Welcome to a video on how to make a contingency table in StatCrunch. Contingency tables are also known as two-way tables. Let's get started. If you're trying to make a contingency table for quantitative data, please know that there are usually two steps to this process in StatCrunch. You first have to start by binning the data into classes, then you can make a contingency table using the column containing the bins. If you need help binning the data, please see the additional videos linked in the description below. Let's go ahead and learn how to make a contingency table. Here are the steps needed to make a contingency table in StatCrunch. The first thing that you need to do is enter the data into two separate columns. If necessary, you need to bin the data. I'm going to show you how to do the rest of these steps using an example data set on the next screen. This is a sample data set involving shark attacks that have occurred worldwide. And I'm going to make a contingency table using the sex of each victim, whether they were male or female, and whether or not the shark attack was fatal. Essentially, I might be studying, did the sex of the victim determine whether or not the attack was fatal? In that case, my explanatory variable would be a person's sex, and the response variable would be whether or not the attack was fatal. Let's go ahead and make our contingency table. Go to the Stat menu, scroll down to Tables, select Contingency with Data. The row variable should typically contain your response variable. In this case, this would be whether or not the attack was fatal. The column variable, usually a good rule of thumb is that should be your explanatory variable. So I'm going to choose sex for that one. There are other options. You can display the row percentage, column percentage. You can select which hypothesis test you'd like to do, which type of confidence interval, and which level of confidence you're using. If all you need is a contingency table, all you need to do is select your response and explanatory variable respectively, then click Compute. And here's our contingency table that displays the person's sex going along the columns and whether or not the attack was fatal. If I was doing a chi-squared test of independence, I could find my p-value down here below the contingency table. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching.